What brought you to Spiro?
What brought me to Spiro Clinic was 14 years ago. I began to have a pain in my left pinky toe. As crazy as that sounds. And it just grew. Really, it's 15 years now. It just grew little by little, and some days were okay, some days were not okay. Some days were okay, some days were not okay. And it got to the point where, as a pastor and a father, and especially as a husband, I was just failing. I was just failing. And I've never been somebody who failed people that much. And it got to be last fall where I really was not functioning at all. And I didn't have a CRPS diagnosis. My CRPS, just like everybody's, is different. But mine had very few of the classic symptoms, and so no doctors could diagnose it very well. And so last spring I got a diagnosis, and still it was one more of the dumb diagnoses for, in my mind, like, this is probably not real, until I found that it was. And so I got here in December the 5th and began my healing journey.
And what was your pain at when you got here?
10. First day, 10. I had my first vagus nerve adjustment, and Dr. B put his fingers right here, and it felt like somebody stuck a rod in my throat. And everything just closed up, and then the whole, all the muscles and nerves just contracted and then moved up my throat and my back of up to my sinus areas, and then out my head, and did that about 3 or 4 or 5 times. And my pain started going down after that.
And what is your pain at today?
Oh, yeah, mine today is not at 0. I've had several times when it's been at 0, but it's still as though if I use it a lot, then the pain flares more. So I'm at probably a 3 or 4 right now. 3 or 4 right now.
And what are you looking forward to getting back to?
Oh, I'm looking back to get to my wife. I'm back to get to my family, and back to being a productive pastor that is fruitful and changes people's lives in the way that we used to. And I'm getting ready to get back to having a flourishing spiritual community that I'm capable of leading.